For those of you who are new, my name is Cassidy. I'm typically at the Corvallis site, but for now I'm working from home. Go ahead and find your comfortable seated position. Relax your eyes. I apologize for my raspy voice. Relax any tension you may have in your shoulders. As you breathe, I want you to focus on completing each inhale before you exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to sit a little taller. Pull your shoulders back a little further. Keeping your eyes relaxed, let's start to roll our neck. Drop your ear to your shoulder. Keep your shoulders relaxed here. And just take that roll forward. Nice and slow, going at your own pace. You're welcome to take this into a complete circle, opening that chin behind you. Again, making sure you go in both directions. Let's bring our head back to center. We're gonna reach those arms overhead. Take your hand, hold onto that wrist, and just gently pull. Notice how I'm not bending here at the spine. I'm just gently tugging on that arm. You should feel the stretch through your lats or right under your shoulder. Very good, team. Let's go ahead and switch over to the other side. I did want to mention that you may not see this class on the CubeFit schedule if you are registered for CubeFit, and that's just because this is a local class. Doesn't mean you have to be from Corvallis, but that just means we want to keep it casual. So it will continue after May. I know I've had a few questions so far. Wanted to make sure we clarify that. So I'm going to turn this way just so you can see me a little bit better. You can stay facing me. This time we're going to take one arm overhead. Our opposite hand is going to reach behind that low back. We're going to take our extended arm, reach behind you. If you have a belt or even a yoga strap and you want to use that, you can inch those hands together. Some of you may be able to link your hands together. What I want you to avoid is rounding through the spine or bringing your elbow forward. Even if that means you're not quite reaching or you're a little further away, I want you to keep your elbows open here. Very slowly go ahead and release that hold. Shake it out. Shake out those shoulders. When you're ready, let's reach up with our opposite arm. Other arm reaches behind you. Again, feel free to use a belt or a yoga strap, any sort of resource, or maybe you're linking fingers together. Continuing to keep that upright posture. Very gently release. Go ahead and shake it out. We're going to go back into some shoulder stretches in a second, but for now, let's open up one leg. Give our shoulders a little bit of a break here. Keep one foot tucked into your body. We're going to walk those hands out in front of us. Slowly take those hands in towards your body. Sit up tall before switching over to the other side. Lengthen through the spine as you walk those hands out in front of you. With your extended leg, it's really tempting to want to roll those toes forward, roll your knees forward, really try to keep them up, facing the ceiling here. Let's slowly walk our hands back to center, bringing both feet in front of us this time into a pike position. So from here, again, if you have a belt or a yoga strap that you'd like to use, feel free to use that, or you can just use your hands to walk out in front of you. We're going to fold here at the spine. Take your time, ease into this stretch. Take a few deep breaths. Exhale your way deeper. Slowly walk those hands back up. Finding your comfortable seated position, you're welcome to sit back in that cross-legged position. I'm going to sit back on my heels this time, just to switch it up. I'm going to face this way again because we are going back into those shoulder stretches. We're going to start here, linking your hands to your elbows. Notice your shoulders are pulled back, your chest is open, sitting tall. If you did follow me and you're sitting on your heels, really try to avoid hinging at the hips. Let's sit tall here. You can modify by sitting in that cross-leg position as well. So here's your level one. For those of you, if this is easy, I'm going to have you work on a reverse prayer. So you're going to try to bring the insides of your hands together. Elbows open, out to the side. Again, shoulders are back, chest is open. If level one was challenging enough for you, feel free to stay there. Go ahead and release, shake it out. When you're ready, let's shift over onto all fours. Your wrists are in line with your shoulders, knees are in line with your hips. Let's take a few deep breaths with our cat-cow. Inhale as you lift and open. Exhale as you tuck and round. We want to avoid letting our hips shift forward and backwards. Think of it as more of a pelvic tilt. You're following your own breath here. Let's bring that spine back to neutral and take a big step forward with that right foot. Just take your time here. Let those hips sink into this stretch. Give it a few moments. When you're ready and comfortable, let's take those hands away. Keep those hips where they're at and bring your arms up to your ears. Placing your hands on the inside of that front leg, we're going to tuck our back toe under and lift our knee off the floor. Let's hold here for a breath or two. We're going to do something a little bit different here. So we're going to actually shift onto our other leg and open our hips to the front here. So feel free to watch me pick it up when you're ready. So we're going to lift, rotate that foot in the front, sit into a lateral lunge. Notice my opposite foot is now off the floor. I'm on my heel. And let's shift back, lift, and rotate that heel back into your lunge. We have one more chance to do that. So if you didn't get it that first time, you have one more opportunity. When you're ready, let's shift our weight back, rotate that foot, sink into your opposite hip here. And shift forward again, lift and rotate that heel to follow your knee. Awesome job, everyone. Let's place those hands on the inside of that leg. Step back into your plank position. Hold here for a breath. On your exhale, sit back, gently release those knees, sit back on your heels for child's pose. Take a few moments, find your breath. I'm just gonna turn so you can see me. You can turn your positioning on your mat so you can continue facing me. Otherwise, you will be facing the back. Your back will be facing me for the other side. Big inhale as you shift your weight forward. Go ahead and step forward with your opposite foot and take your time to let your hips sink into this stretch. When you are ready, taking your hands away from the floor and bringing those arms to your ears. Let's place those hands back to the inside of that front foot. Tuck your toe under behind you and lift your knee off the mat. Let's hold here for a few breaths. We are going to shift into that lateral lunge on our other leg, so feel free to watch. Shift your weight, rotate your heels, follow your knees. Sit back into that lateral lunge. Again, your toes are off the floor, you're on your heels. With your lateral lunge leg, your foot is flat on the floor, so you're not on your toes here. Your hips are back. Shifting back into that lunge, rotating your heel to follow. Again, you have one more opportunity to get that. If you didn't quite get it the first time, that's okay. When you're ready, let's shift back, rotate those heels. And shift into that lunge, rotate your heel. Bringing your hands to the inside of that front foot, stepping back into your plank. Hold here for a breath. On your exhale, gently releasing your knees and sitting back into child's pose. Awesome job, everyone. As you inhale, shift your weight forward for your tabletops. Pull those shoulders down and away from your ears. Hold that strong shoulder position as you tuck your toes under and lift those knees up and hips back for your downward dog. Feel free to pedal out through your feet on this first downward dog. Shift your weight from one side to the other. Bringing that weight back to center if it is not already. Take your gaze up to your hands and slowly walk those feet forward. We're going to hold our forward fold here for a breath or two. You're welcome to adjust that hand placement onto something if you have it. You can use a book, pots or pans, or a yoga block if you have one. Slight bend through the knees as we roll into standing. Let's take a deep breath here at the top. Exhale your hands to your sides. One more deep together. One more deep breath together. And exhale. Let's go into our tree or our balance pose for today. So pick your stronger side or whichever side you feel more comfortable with. We're going to bring that knee in line with your hips. So we're just going to start here. There should be a slight bend through that standing leg. You can notice if you grip the floor, you'll notice your glutes start to engage, your core starts to engage. Your weight should be distributed equally, so it's almost like a triangle on your foot. So you shouldn't be forward or back, inside or out. From here, keep your headlights or your hip bones facing forward as you open that knee out to the side. And gently place the inside of your foot on your leg. So you have a few options. You can keep your toe down for support. Remember the inside of your knee is forward, or you can bring that foot higher. I do not want you to place your foot on your knee, so either above or below. Let's open that knee away. So we're going to bring it into a reverse. Bring that knee forward and then release. Shake it out. So that should have been your stronger side. My mat's a little crooked here. We're going to go into our more challenging side here. So I want you to really find that balance with your foot. So use your toes, grip the floor. Remember that triangle you're making, you're imprinting on your mat. Notice your glutes engage. And when you're ready, let's flex at the hip. Opening up the inside of that knee and placing the foot, your foot, where you feel comfortable. Again, not against your knee, so either above or below your knee. Modified version will be with your foot on the floor. As we release, we're going to open up, bring it into reverse, bring that knee forward, and slowly release. Shake it out, walk it out. I'm going to bring it to the back of my mat. We're going to bring those arms overhead. Exhale as you swan dive, forward fold. Push those hips back, lengthen through the spine, and release into that forward fold when you're ready. Take a few deep breaths in this forward fold. On your next exhale, I want you to walk your hands forward into your plank. Modifying to your knees if you'd like. Strong through the shoulders, squeezing your glutes. Body stays in a straight line, so not letting our hips drop or raise too high here. As we exhale, we're releasing in our straight line down to the floor. So modifying to your knees if you need to. Elbows stay close to your body. Releasing here at the bottom. Pressing up into the cobra of your choice, whether you're on your forearms or you press to your hands. Your shoulders are down into the floor and not in your ears. Exhale as you release back down to your mat, elbows close to your body. Pressing up into your modified plank on your knees and sitting back into your child's pose. Amazing job, everyone. Inhale, big shift forward into your tabletops. Tucking your toes under, lifting those knees up and hips back into that downward dog. We're going to do this a little bit faster. Bring those eyes up to your hands so that you can walk those feet forward. Right foot stays forward as our left foot steps back into our runner's lunge. Your feet are in line with your hips, so they're not one directly behind the other. Take a peek at that back heel. Is it coming in? If it is, go ahead and rotate it so that it's parallel with your front foot. When you're ready, let's bring those arms overhead. High lunge. I want you to roll those hips under, protect your low back. So if you feel that pinch in your low back, I want you to tuck those hips under here. So just like we did in the beginning of class, we're gonna reach, so you're either in your level 1 where you're reaching those elbows behind you, hands towards your elbows, or maybe you're in your level 2 with that reverse prayer. Once you find that position with your shoulders, go ahead and hinge at the hips just a little bit. Inhale as you lift back up. Gently release those arms. Exhale your hands to your inside of that front leg. Step back into your plank position and push your hips back for your downward dog. We're going to do that on the other side. Inhale, take your gaze forward. Exhale, walk those feet up. This time stepping back with your right foot, left foot stays forward. Take a moment to find that alignment. When you're ready, taking those hands away into that high lunge. Again, rolling those hips under, protect your low back. Going back into that shoulder stretch, whether you're in your level 1 or your level 2, and hinging here at the hips. So think of the top of your forehead, there's a string pulling you forward, lengthen through the spine. Lift back up. Exhale, release. Bring those arms up and to the inside of that front leg. Step back into your plank position. Exhale as you release those knees and sit back into your child's pose. Amazing job, everyone. Use this time to recenter. Whether you're walking your hands side to side, maybe shifting your hips side to side, or maybe you're just focusing on your breath. Listen to your body here. Taking those hands below your shoulders, using them to press yourself up. Let's go ahead and sit back onto our bottoms. Scoot to the front of your mat. We're going to take a few rolls here. So we're going to roll back and lift ourselves back into seated position. Doing that a few times. Even if I close my Outlook, it still makes those dinging noises. I'm sorry. On your last roll, you're going to go ahead and stay laying on your back and place those feet on the floor. Crossing over the outside of your ankle, opening up the inside of your knee. Let's get ready for our figure 4 stretch. You're welcome to stay here, or you can hug from either under on your thigh or from your shin. Let's gently release that. Uncross that figure 4. And let's cross over for the other side. Same thing, opening up the inside of your knee. Hugging from either under on your thigh or from your shin. Very slowly release. Uncrossing your feet, shake it out. Let's finish with our hamstring stretch. So we're gonna start with one knee tucked into our body. Opposite leg is extended out in front of us. Take a few moments here. When you're ready, extending that leg, you can either reach for under on your thigh, from your calf, or maybe even your ankle. A few reminders to keep both hips and shoulders on the floor, so avoid reaching, even if that means you're not reaching quite as high on that leg. Go ahead and tuck that knee back into your chest. Place your foot on the floor. Switch over to the other side. Start with your knee hugged into your chest and slide your heel out in front of you. Just hold here for a breath or two. When you are ready, extending that leg, either reaching from under on your thigh, your calf, or maybe even your ankle. Do not let your shoulder reach off the floor. Exhale as you release, bending through the knee. Placing that foot on the floor. So you're welcome to slide both feet on the floor, or you can extend both feet out in front of you, whichever is more comfortable for you. Releasing those hands to your sides, palms facing up. Relaxing your eyes if they are not already. Keeping your mind focused on your breath and your body. Take away the tension in your shoulders. Maybe any tension you may have in your jaw. Allow those feet to roll out if that's more comfortable. want you to keep your eyes relaxed as you just bring small movements to your body, starting with your fingers and toes. Take your time to slide those feet flat to the floor if they are not already. Hugging those knees into your chest, into your tight ball, go ahead and draw small circles onto your mat. Reversing the direction. Try to control the circle. Go ahead and pick one side to let both knees fall over to. Take a few moments to open your eyes. And when you're ready, slowly press yourself back into that comfortable seated position you started with. Let's finish with our deep breaths, inhaling overhead. Exhale to your side. Few more deep breaths. And exhale. One more time, connecting your hands into prayer. Exhaling your hands to heart. Namaste. Don't forget to watch our replays if you ever miss any of our workouts, or if you want to watch a different workout for the day. They're all on our virtual fitness center, which is on Microsoft Teams. So if you need help finding that, please let me know. Or if you want to help finding the YouTube channel, I'm happy to guide you in the right direction as well. We have our wellness check-ins, which start tomorrow. So if you don't know what that is, we're going to be talking about mental health and kind of terminology and verbiage and communication. And I thought it was really useful just creating the program. So if you're interested in that, please reach out and I'll make sure to get the registration for you. That'll also be recorded. So if you can't make the live version, you can watch it later. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, everyone. Thank you again for participating.